Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now, is it time to freak out? No, I don't think quite yet it is time to freak out. Before we get into the games, let's just congratulate Monty on winning Coach of the Year. Congratulations, muy bien. It should have happened last year. You got hoed. It is what it is. It shouldn't have gone to that Penguin man, but you know, we all know who the better coach is, and it is what it is. Let's talk about Game 3. Game 3, I think the Suns came in a little cocky. That Game 2 win, I don't even really think they tried that hard. I think they shot really well. When the Suns just like out-talent a team, usually in the next game, they don't play that great. I've noticed that. So I wasn't surprised by that loss. I figured if they were gonna win one, it would have been that one. But Game 4 was a little bit different. First off, I'd like to apologize for missing the stream. These work hours have been rough. When you're starting a business, you know, sometimes you have to sacrifice, and this was one of those times. Did I work like 15, 16 hours that day? Yes. Should you feel bad for me? Absolutely, because I was tired. So, you know, where's my sympathy? But let's talk about the game. Let's just get the foul stuff out the way. Yes, I think a lot of the fouls were BS, but the Suns are the better team, and you just can't afford to put yourself in these situations. And the foul calls, I think both ways were bad, but especially toward the Suns. I mean, Chris Paul fouling out of a game, when's the last time that happened? Has he done that at all this entire season? I don't think so. So that was BS. And especially the last foul. I think they got it within like 8. You could tell the Suns looked like they were about to go on a run. You know, it's early in the 4th, and they give Chris Paul some total bullshit foul call. To get him out the game because they want to make the series longer. And it's like, can I support a league that does this? Like, I was talking to Kylan about it, and he's like, we may as well be watching the WWE. This shit is so fake. And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's bullshit. I don't know if I can keep doing this, but whatever. But with all that being said, the Suns still should have won this game because they're the better team. So let's talk about all the things they fucked up with. But with all that being said, the Suns lost both of these games because of two things: offensive rebounding and turnovers. Now, the offensive rebounding thing against the Pelicans, I got it. They have a lot of dudes who are lanky as hell. I mean, like CJ McCollum's like 6'3", and he's their shortest dude by far. So fair, I guess. But the Mavericks are a bad rebounding team, and you're bigger than them. You cannot allow them to get all these fucking offensive rebounds on you. That just means they're working harder, which again goes back to my ego thing. Like, you can't just expect to win against the Mavericks. They do have the best player in this series. They're hungry, and they're at home. Obviously, they don't want to go down 3-1. They know what that means. So you need to outwork them, and you got out-hustled 2 games in a row, and that turned into 2 losses. Now with the turnover shit, I don't even know what that was about, especially the first game. Like, Chris Paul had 7 turnovers in the first half. What is he, fucking Russell Westbrook now? It's like, no, I don't know what that was about. I don't know if this man had too much wine on his birthday or what, but we need to relax on that one, cause no. And again, in Game 4, they had a bunch of turnovers, so I'm just like, the turnover shit is unacceptable, and the rebounding shit is unacceptable. And I don't see that happening again in Game 5, so that's one thing to be happy about. Another thing I think they're doing wrong is I've noticed they're helping a lot one pass away on Luka. They're doubling Luka at times, and I'm like, motherfuckers, you guys didn't notice that the games you won, Luka balled out. He averaged like 40 points, shooting 60% from the field, and you won by 20 basically both times. So maybe that should tell you that you can let Luka get his, but you can't let the Dorian Finney-Smiths of the world ball out like that. You just can't. And I think if you have to go small to combat 3-point shooting, I think that's a move too. I mean, you're already getting killed on the glass anyway, so what's the point of having JaVale McGee out there if he's just gonna rack up silly-ass fouls, which he always does? You're not using him really in the post, which I think they need to do that more too, like get DA more looks, even though he had some dumbass turnovers. Get JaVale some looks. Like, he's a good offensive player. You can give it to him in the post and he can make something happen. Really, you can give it to him a lot of places on the floor and he can make something happen. Sometimes it'll be ugly, but I figure, like, if you're gonna give up the 3, you better punish them on the other end, and the Suns just aren't really doing that, and I don't understand why. But back to my original point, let Luka get his. Stop giving these people these open ass threes. It's not working clearly. Because if you let somebody get engaged offensively, you get them going, they're probably going to play better on the defensive end too. Unless it's somebody like Luka who's just doing everything. But like a dude like Dorian, you cannot allow him to get going. And the more I say his name, the funnier it is that his name is Dorian. Get a different name. Improve yourself. What else did I notice? Campaign, be better. One thing you should definitely be doing against this Mavericks team is driving. They're small and they don't have a lot of great perimeter defenders. So Campaign should be averaging 30 and 10 this series, but he's been bad. He's been bad for most of this season. I don't know why, but he has been. So I would look at Holiday. I think he's a better offensive player a lot of the times. He's definitely a more consistent shooter this season. I don't know what happened to Campaign shooting this season, but it's been ass. So realize that and move on. And why do you have Campaign guarding Luka in the fourth and late in the third? It's like, what are you doing? You get it within 6 a couple times, but you can't stop Luka because the dude who's guarding him is half of his size. Stop doing that shit. That shit is stupid. I don't know, guys. Those are my immediate thoughts on those two games. You let me know what you think in the comments. Mikal Bridges, 3 of 9, 0 of 2 from 3. Bad offensive game. I mean, he had 9 shots and 6 points. Not great, but he is guarding Luka, so what do you expect? It was odd to see him only play 32 minutes. He did have 4 fouls. Maybe he was in foul trouble a little bit. I don't really remember. I was so focused on Chris Paul being in foul trouble. Jay Crowder, 6 of 13. It's pretty good for him. 2 of 7 from 3. That's not great. But damn, he was minus 16. DA, 7 of 12. Like, I think they should try to get him more shots because nobody can guard him on this team. Devin, 10 of 22. I think he played pretty good, but there were a couple times where he just took shots I just really didn't like. The ball movement was bad throughout the team in general for a lot of the game. But sometimes Devin would just dribble it up the floor and just shoot immediately, and I just don't think that shit works. But he's a scorer, and I think scorers kind of have to have that mentality. That's why I think him and Chris work together so well. But he was 10 of 22 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 35 points, 7 assists, 4 boards. Like, not a bad game at all. Cam Johnson, 4 of 10, 3 of 7 from 3. Not bad. Defensively, still hasn't been great, but I think that's just how it's going to be. Cameron Payne, 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. I told you he's been ass. How is he only minus 1? Everybody else is like minus 13, minus 12, minus 15. Yeah. He had 5 assists though. And how many turnovers? 0 turnovers, so that's good. He needs to be more aggressive offensively, I think. So yeah, I don't know. At this point, I would just go with Aaron. I really would. He's a better defender, so if Luka wants to just keep attacking the point guard, I trust Aaron more consistent shooting, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, he's not as good of a passer, but Devin has the ball in his hands so much at this point, what does it matter? And I think you could especially pair him with Chris Paul. Hopefully he stays out of foul trouble next game. JaVale McGee, 3 of 5 from the field, 6 boards in 9 minutes. Not bad. Landry Shamet only took 2 shots, made 1 of them hoes. He had 2 points. Wow. In 9 minutes. Take more shots, right? Bismack, 1 of 1 from the field. That's 100%, in case you didn't know that. 1 rebound, though. He only played 5 minutes. Aaron Holiday, 1 minute, 34 seconds, 1 of 1 from the field, plus 4. What did I tell you? And he had 1 steal and an assist in a minute and a half. I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts on the game. I'm hoping it's going to be a win tonight. Join us in Discord. The link for that is always in the description. It's a fun time, except when they lose, then it's not so much fun. But that's not going to happen today, is it? Is it, Derek? I didn't think so. So that's it. I don't think we need to panic. Dorian, relax. You're not that good. Sit your ass down. And I'll see you guys after the game. Peace.